What's up, my peoples? Thank you for tuning in to another video from Truth, Love, Healing, my little YouTube channel where I like to talk about spiritual stuff with the sole intention of being helpful along your spiritual path. And if you find any of this helpful, useful, please tell a friend, like, share, subscribe, comment. It means a lot. And first, I gotta introduce you to my little friend, my kitty. He is the Muta, aka Mutie. He's a good kitty. Anyway, I'd like to talk about the process to progress for the evolution of consciousness. And it's a simple process, but that doesn't make it easy. As you go along your path, you will face many challenges. There are challenges already present within that maybe you're not completely aware of or that you're avoiding. That's why the first step is making your offering at the altar of God. The offering is a coin. The coin is willingness. That is your offering, your willingness. One side of the coin is honesty. The other side is humility. Those two qualities are the most valuable tools, the most useful, most spiritually profitable tools that you will have in your utility belt. So as you go along, the first thing, willingness, honesty, humility. And the first thing to really get serious about is forgiveness. You forgive your parents first. Pretty much no matter who you are, there are resentments towards your parents. And those resentments present major, major obstacles because of how they're held within the psyche in unconscious ways. When we're growing up, when we're really young, our parents are God in a way of speaking. You know, it's particularly the father. The father is the authority, the potential source of wrath. And our mothers are the more emotional, feminine side of the divine, the love, the nurturance. However, they are humans, and chances are, I'll bet dollars to donuts, that there are things that we resent our parents for. No parent is perfect. They did their best. However, sometimes the effects of maybe some of their missteps or things they could have done better, or I shouldn't say could have, but we wish they would have done better, really, really present major obstacles on our journey. It's the first forgiveness is our parents. We must forgive our father, forgive our mother. They did the best they could. And when we do that, we start allowing the gates to open for the forgiveness of ourselves. Because the judgments, the resentments we have towards our parents really are resentments towards God, towards ourselves. So we forgive our parents for the missteps and how that affected us as a young child. And the father, particularly in the psyche, is how we hold God in a major, major way. The father is the authority, the love that might not be mushy. It's more of a stern love. And within the psyche, it's buried deep in the unconscious, is how we hold God. So we forgive our fathers, our mothers, and these are generalities, but not really. Our mothers are the nurturance and the love, the emotionality, that softness. Sometimes that could get a little out of whack, and sometimes emotions could really cause a lot of chaos. And we forgive her for that. We forgive her for hurting us in that way, for maybe misguiding us or introducing that chaos into our own psyche. And that doesn't mean they were all bad. Of course not. But we must forgive them. And as we forgive them, we get to the real forgiveness, which is forgiving ourselves for judging, for playing God. And it's going to take work. I highly doubt it'll just be hey, I forgive you, and that's it. There's always layers and roots that are dug really deep into our inner soil. So you keep working on that. And once the forgiveness is complete, then there'll be a major release and a major opening to really start progressing. And after we have done our forgiveness, which is a very, very important thing, primarily focus on that. But then the work is digging out the positions and the feelings that are held in the unconscious. Ignore all thoughts. Thoughts are meaningless. Thoughts are a byproduct of specific fields within consciousness. So you could sit and try to work on every little thought, but that's going to take you quite a long time, and it becomes like a dog chasing its tail. You ignore thoughts. Thoughts are noise. There's no such thing as a true thought. Go to the feelings. The feelings are much more primal. One feeling could propagate millions of thoughts. So when you go to the feelings, you're unplugging the motherboard and de-energizing mass amounts of operative programming within us. And this work is really the work that continues on and on. Digging out these things in the unconscious. And it takes real honesty and humility to allow these things to come up and allow them to be let go of. A sick little truth on this path is that we love our misery and we love our positions. We worship them because in the ego believes it is God. So whatever it feels, whatever it holds, whatever it sees is truth, is how it is. That's where the humility comes in, that perception is falsehood. There is no true perception, only vision. So continue on with the work within of digging up the things in the unconscious. There are various therapeutic modalities to start identifying these things and start seeing them. Meditation, prayer, big time useful tools. So don't overlook those and stick with it. You sit in the silence, and I highly recommend that. Sitting in silence every single day. It might be hard because the ego loves noise. And to the ego, silence is death. But don't let that keep you. Sit in silence. And maybe at first it's very difficult. The noise continues, but just stick with it. Because the sound of God is silence. That formlessness, that everywhereness. The only reason we could even hear sound is because of the silence that encompasses it. The silence is always there. The mind is already 99% silent. It's one fraction of noise that we focus on, and it becomes held as the totality of our inner space. And thoughts and those feelings are so accepted and so ingrained that we don't even really recognize that it's there. It's just what is. But with that willingness, that coin, that offering that we make, we start seeing that, okay, this noise is always ongoing and this is not serving. So you sit in silence with honesty and humility. Allow these things to come up. So, brief video. There's no need to drag on and on. Forgive your mother. Forgive your father. They did their best. Forgive yourself for judging and playing God. Go within the unconscious. Allow the positions to come up. Ignore thoughts. Go to the feelings and allow those to come up and stop feeding them to the best of your ability. Stop feeding them. The more we de-invest, the less pull it has. And eventually, God willing, inshallah, one day the silence will be dominant and the presence of God will shine forth with the radiance of 1,000,000 suns. Amen. Truth, love, healing. My name is Kevin. I hope this is helpful. I hope you tell a friend. I hope you like. I hope you share. I hope you subscribe. I hope you comment. So until next time, peace, chicken grease, and all that good stuff. Holler. Hallelujah. Holler back.